Lost your wind? Had it? God damn.
In this round, and shall proceed to the next round. Entering the arena now will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla, who will measure his skills against Stephen of Deliverance, spearman in the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. Let us wish the combatants luck. The combatants have entered the arena and the first duel may commence. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Fucking hell! Go ahead and gather your strength, you shit!
That's the end of the first round of combat, and the victor is Henry of Skalitz. The second bout will surely be no less exciting. This one may decide the winner. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Yeah. Fuck. Shit.
The victor of the second duel is Henry of Skalitz. He is hereby declared the victor in this round and shall proceed to the next round. The first combatant will be Menhart, master swordsman from far off Frankfurt. And he will face Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzik Kubla. Welcome, our warriors. And this very first bout will afford plenty of entertainment. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Verrecke! Kacke! Scheiße! Geh zum Teufel! Du Hund!
The second bout will surely be no less exciting. This one may decide the winner. Our combatants will demonstrate their skills with short sword and shield.
Geh zum Teufel! Hundsfott! Du Hund! Du Hund! Chef! Du Hund! Geh zum Teufel! Verrecke! Hund!
Lords and ladies, good men and good wives, you have just witnessed the final duel in today's Ratai tourney, for which we all owe gratitude to Sir Hanush of Laipa. All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Radzik Kobila. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sir Hanush.
You put on a hell of a show, Henry. Here's your hat.
Thank you, Sir Hanush.
Goodbye.
fresh from the oven. Come and get them.
Greetings, good.
Take care.
Bread, fresh bread.
Good boy.
Rolls, buns, and pretzels for you.
I'd like to discuss... Are we agreed?
You won't Aye.
Take care.
Let's talk about the...
Well,
Here.
my...
Carrots and apples picked today to put a smile on your face.
God save you. God be with you.
Can we do something...
Well,
Since it's you...
more. All right, so. God be with you.
Let's talk about...
Well,
Satisfied?
you're a right. Fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
God preserve.
I'd like to make you
And what is it?
proper.
As you wish.
Fine.
God be with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got something for you. I hope you won't need them, but...
Thank you. Do you want something?
I'd like to ask a favor.
Of course. What is it?
I heard you're picking people to carry water. No one needs the job more than Antonia.
Adam never mentioned any Antonia.
I'm not surprised. But Antonia really needs that job.
And what's wrong with her husband?
He was cut down in the raid, and he's not getting any better. And Antonia has no money for treatment.
Can she cook?
What's that got to do with carrying water?
Nothing, but there's a cook's job going too. Much easier than hauling water.
I don't know how good a cook she is, though.
Do you think she'll be able to handle carrying those buckets?
She's no princess.
Well, it's just if I recommend somebody who's not fit for the job.
And what's the worst that can happen? Suit yourself.
Good health to you.
I'm in.
Uh-huh.
Get my.
As you...
Fine.
I'm...
How are you?
I've come for my winnings.
All right. Here's your winnings, damn it. That's the last time I'll take any bets on that damn tourney. If this goes on, you'll make a pauper of me.
Good luck, then.
Oh, let me sleep.
I've got something for you. I got them.
They're lockpicks. They're not really intended.
True.
Do you want something?
I'd like to ask a favor of you, Hal.
Of course. What is it?
I heard you're picking people to carry water. No one needs the job more than Antonia.
Adam never mentioned any Antonia.
I'm not surprised. But Antonia really needs that job.
Well, I'll keep it in mind. But I'm supposed to find someone who can handle everything.
It won't hurt to try. And if it doesn't work out, then try and get Vincent a job at least. He needs something to do.
Idle hands are the devil's tools. What's he up to, chasing wenches?
Vincent? A quiet, well-mannered boy like him? Not at all. It's just his mother has no one but him.
You'll find it nowhere else.
I had it all.
God's blessings. What can I do for you?
God be with you.
Can we do something about the price?
Well, we can try it. Take care.
Can we do something about the price? What do you say to...
That's too much. See now.
Baked goods fresh from the oven. Come and get them.
Vegetables, fresh vegetables. Look, smell. Aren't they lovely?
I am honored that a knight such as you... See you later.
Let's have a word about the price.
All right, so.
Since it's you...
It's not worth it to me. See now, I knew we'd come to an agreement. Goodbye.
Let's talk about the price.
Well, we can try it.
Agree?
That's not enough. All right, so.
I'm at your service.
God be with you.
Let's have a word about the price.
Well, we can try it.
Is this enough?
It's not... Aye.
Likewise.
Stay not our suppliant. My humble greetings. How may I help you?
I asked around and Father Francis is doing well in...
You talked to him? How is he doing? Doesn't he need his cassock fixed? He's always tearing it. There isn't a pew or a step he hasn't tripped over at one...
I asked the abbot. He said they have work for him elsewhere and that St. James will have to wait.
Wait? I remember the last time. We had to go to Sasau for almost 2 years. I probably...
That won't be that bad. Meanwhile, you can work at Master Hager's house and...
You're probably right. What else can I do at my...
So you agree you'll go and work...
Isn't that what I just said? Goodbye.
God be with you.
Are you here on account of the water carrying?
Yes, I am. My name is Vincent.
Nice to meet you.
Fine. Ask away.
Hey, am I invisible or what?
What did you do before this?
I work for my father.
Doing what? Who's your father, anyway?
He was Moimir. We had a farm near Scarlet's.
Really? His farmhands came to the tavern a lot, but I never saw you there.
I don't go to taverns.
How are you holding up?
Well, I'm alive. But I miss my father. And the farm.
So you're probably here about carrying water, right?
Aye.
That's all?
That's what's needed.
What happened with Bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
I don't know. I didn't talk to him at all.
And what would you give me if I put...
I've got...
Oh, come now. You...
Mother told me I should go and help.
That's enough for now.
God be with you.
God be with you.
You're here about the water?
I am.
Hold your horses. We haven't decided yet who gets the job. I have to ask...
What for? I can handle the job.
What trade did you do before?
I worked in the mines, at the winch. You've heard of Tonda the winch, right? Strong as a bull.
Ah, the name sounds familiar. You were one of the new miners, weren't you?
I was. I came last autumn. The winter was mild enough to work the mines, and I showed everyone I was a hard worker. So did I get the job?
We're not finished yet. Are you here because you want to carry...
Well, I'd rather be back at the winch. Turning it so fast I'd make it... But now I want to carry water at least.
Well, there's also the option of...
Not a chance. I'm not carrying any shit around. And if anyone tries to make me, I'll break his...
I understand. I shouldn't...
Yeah.
And how are you holding up?
Not very well. I'll tell you that. I help out with something every once in a while and get some money for it. But it's not enough. especially when the dice don't fall in my favor.
Sure. And have you tried looking for other work?
What for? They'll get the mines winning again, and I'll have a real man's job.
And what about soldiering? That's real man's work, isn't it?
It is, and I'd be good at it. When I land a punch, you'd think you were kicked by a horse, which I once showed to a soldier I fell out with over a game of dice. Only, I'm too smart for soldiering.
No doubt. I heard you lot don't want to talk to the bailiff.
I don't know much about that. The others didn't talk to him, so I kept my mouth shut as well. That's the way we do it at the mines. He didn't even really ask me anything anyway. Just mum.
What would you give?
What could I give when I don't have a pot to piss in? All I have is a strong arm.
Well, if I get you the job, will you show me how to really...
I could.
Deal. I know every...
So,
Not yet.
well...
If you think I'm afraid of you, you're...
We'll see. Goodbye.
Not talking to me? God grant you health.
What do you want?
I want to work. And
It's true. Do you know how to cook? If you know how to make food for...
where would I learn to cook food for Noble?
But Alex has already picked people who want to carry water.
He didn't ask me, though.
Look, I already have more people.
But I really...
Well, so does everyone else around.
None of them has a husband or...
He's dying.
He's badly wounded. So poorly he's been in his bed for weeks. Unconscious most of the time.
Sorry to hear it.
I already owe the apothecary a small fortune.
What did you do in Skalitz?
I was at the silverworks, roasting the ore and washing it. My husband was at the smelter.
Oh, Christ. Things got very ugly there. I suppose that's where your husband was wounded?
What else could I do?
All right. I'll think of...
And you'll tell... Good luck, then. All I ask...
What do you need?
You're interested in...
I am. It's about time something good...
I agree. Now...
What? But I want the work and I deserve...
What makes you so deserving?
I was the owner of a mine. Well...
The chief, eh? But have you ever hauled a bucket...
There's no hill in a mine.
It's hard work carrying water.
So is taking care of...
It's not quite the same thing, is it? You need...
I wasn't born a mine owner, you know. I've done...
There's also the option...
Are you trying to insult me?
True. That...
Double, hey? Oh, that's not bad, but, for a man of...
How are you holding up?
Not too well. I've tried offering my administrative ability.
He's not an easy man to deal with, true enough.
Well, if he gives you a chance...
But the bailiff complained he could...
I refused to talk to him. Last time I did, he was vulgar, shouted and threatened to...
Well, I can see... What would you give me?
So that's how it is it? An honest person.
Come now. I just want to help, but I'll have my job cut out persuading the bailiff to take you.
All right. I don't have anything, but I know the armourer in Sasau, and he'll give you a good price.
Nah, no good. I already know enough blacksmiths and armourers.
I've nothing else to offer.
That's enough for...
See you later.
God save you.
You're one of the people interested in...
Well, Alex told me that I'm supposed to ask about a job.
That's right. But first, I'll ask you a few...
Peter. But everyone calls me Rock. There was more than enough Peters in the mine.
At the mines? So you're a miner?
That's right. I worked in the East Shaft, and I hope I'll be working there again. Now that I think of it, have you heard anything from their lordships? When will they open the mines again?
I don't know and don't care. I'm not here because of that.
I suppose not.
How badly do you want to carry water?
Well, right now there doesn't seem to be much work around for miners. And at least I can...
It's not easy work, though.
Do you think it was easier in the mines? Digging through rock on your knees all...
There's one more.
What? For the...
It's a job.
But what would people say?
All right. What would you give?
Good word.
Sure.
But I haven't got a pot to...
Oh?
I heard about it at the mine.
So, what did you hear?
They found something they wanted kept a secret. There weren't any rumours about a silver scene.
The punishment for stealing the king's silver is hack.
I know.
That's in...
Goodbye.
God save you.
You hear about the water?
Aye.
So, do you want the job?
I do. I want it.
So tell me, what was your...
I was a miner, then a farm labourer.
Quite the factotum, aren't you? Was none of those...
I liked them all. But they were always sending me to do something else. Pickman, they'd say.
Pickman?
Actually, my real name's Vas...
Is that German?
No.
That's enough for...
So...
Look, the bailiff is the one who'll...
So, goodbye.
Greetings, good night.
I know everything I need to know.
Splendid. I'll be glad to get this damn...
So, how do we do this? Do I just...
Just tell me their names and whether they should carry water.
Tonda. They call...
The winch. Ought to be good with a bucket anyway.
To carry water.
So we have one per...
Vincent.
Vincent? Never heard of him.
Carrying shit.
Good.
Cornelius.
Ah, Cornelius. I had him here once looking for a job. Where do you want to put him?
Carrying shit.
Good. What?
Antonia.
What? A woman?
Yeah, is that a problem? You never...
I didn't, but I kind of assumed it would be clear. It's a long walk.
She can handle the job.
Let's hope so. You'll have to answer to me if she...
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry water. Who's next?
Peter, better known as Rock.
Peter? Rock? Didn't he get...
To carry water.
So we have one...
That's it.
Good. I'll decide.
I chose a cook as well. Should I...
Tell me who you chose and...
I chose old Agnes for the cook's job. I had a job convincing her, but it was...
Glad to hear it. I'll have to drop in on... God be with you.
Greetings, good wife. God be with you. See you later.
Here's a hoe. Need straw for the winter? Then you'll need a rake.
Garlic, carrots, beetroot, onions, all that grows in the ground. Breakfast, come right up.
Isn't it heavy?
Wouldn't you like to take...
I'd love to. The time passes so quickly with you, Henry. Come and see me again sometime. Thank you for the dress, Henry.
Ladies and gentlemen, good men and good wives, come.
So here I am. What do you have to tell me?
I brought you here because I did not want to cause an alarm at the tavern. I am very sorry, but you made a mistake coming here alone. And it...
Wait!
You wish to make your peace with God?
I'm here on the orders of Sir Radzig Kobyla. You might want to consider that before you do anything hasty.
Kobyla, you say? If that is true, it could mean trouble. How?
So you're going to kill me just like that?
It seems the best solution.
Do you really think I'm that stupid? If I'm not back by morning, my companions will tell the bailiff, and they'll report...
If you are indeed under orders from Kobyla. Explain to me what you were...
I was looking for the counterfeit coins, and I still am. I'd heard those men were transporting them in that wagon.
When I saw you with the charcoal burners, I assumed it was they who sent you.
No, definitely not.
Then we have a common aim. I have also been... It is true our meeting has not begun well. But if it is the truth that you are saying...
What do you mean?
I found out many things, but there are still questions I cannot answer. And the last man who knew anything is now dead.
What man was that?
Mainhard, the merchant from Passau. Listen, I will explain everything.
Oh, really?
You will introduce me to a certain person.
Who do you mean?
Master Tobias Pfeiffer. Have you truly served Sir Radzig?
I think I know who you mean. What do you want him for?
I have here a written confession which tells how those forgeries are made. But I do not understand such technical methods.
We'll definitely be able to make sense of it. And you'll give it to me, just like...
It seems I have little choice. In the meantime, I will return to Sassau.
Shouldn't you go with me to see Pfeiffer?
No. I must remain in Sassau.
Very well.
Godspeed.
Good to see you, lad. Sir...
May I be a...
Yes, Henry. Chief Engineer Fate.
The Chief Engineer?
In a manner of speaking.
Can they really be restored?
Everything can... You'll get the...
Certainly.
Where? He ought to be some...
Well, thank you.
Good luck, Hal. Good luck, then.
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. It turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau, interrogation held this day, put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which sadly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sassau. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. But this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig, and then...
Where shall we meet?
At the inn or...
Master Fafar, Sir Radzig sent me to you.
Did he? He must think highly of you.
I do the best I can.
That's good, because this is damned important. Silver's our most valuable asset.
How can I help with these, evil forebodings of yours?
Sir Radzig may make light of it, but a large quantity of silver has been discovered hereabouts, and no one is guarding the Skullets' mines, the most likely source.
You really think someone could be stealing the silver from the mines? I would have thought that would be quite a job, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. Which is why I'd like you to go and check out not only the mine gallery, but also the yard with the smelter and the waterworks. See what kind of state it's all in, and if anything looks suspicious.
Is that the yard next to the Skalitz mill?
That's the one. I don't know what state it's in now. There used to be a stock of charcoal and smelted silver there.
A silver store? Could there really be any left?
I doubt it. I'd be surprised if it was still standing at all.
What about these waterworks? What's there?
A stamping mill and washing troughs. They're on the bend in the river below the castle. You can't miss them. There are big tanks and equipment all around.
You said mine gallery. Just one?
Boy, there's such a maze there that it would take a week to crawl through the place. There's only one gallery I'm interested in, at the foot of the hill by a small fish pond.
Why just that one?
Because I was expecting to find a scene there. All the indications pointed to it. So if anyone is stealing silver, it'll be right there.
Well, I'd say there's real grounds for your forebodings. I heard from one Skalitz miner that someone may have found something there and didn't report it.
I knew it. That bastard Namoy and his cronies. Christ above. I want the lot of them clapped in irons.
The lot of them? How many are there? A dozen? 2?
Yes. You're quite right. It'll be enough to take Nemoy. He's a...
So I should look in the mine, and if anyone's there and I find Nemoy, I should bring...
Exactly.
Should I be expecting trouble?
Well, I definitely wouldn't treat the job like a visit to church on Sunday. You could find yourself facing that pack of hungry dogs trailing the army.
I see. Well, that's all clear.
Good luck, then.
go! Learn how to ride a horse, idiot!
Yeah.
My respects to you, sir. Take care now.
I hope I can be of...
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why'd you ask?
I'd want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere. I never use copper.
Aha. What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough, and a fair hand at everyday things. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old, and too proud to admit it.
So back to that
What?
Aha.
May the Lord watch over you.
I could do with a bite to eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm honoured that you should come to...
Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from the Monastery Craftsman's Yard has bought out all the copper.
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free. This is only a small town. There's Zach, who has a forge in the Craftsman's Yard and mostly works on the construction of the church. And then, apart from me, there's Master Armourer Otter of Ramstein.
Tell me more about Zach.
Don't have much time for him myself. He knows his craft, no question. But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a master armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zach makes pride a sin. That's why he's at loggerheads with Master Otter.
Can you tell me something about Master Otter?
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet. Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zach must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
What are Zach and Master Otter arguing about?
Zach had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zach mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots, and that his son will see him off.
That will be all.
God be with you.
I hope I can be of help to you, knight. Farewell.
Good God! What happened to your Goodbye.
So back to that copper.
What?
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmith's copper.
I'm being made a fool. Anything else? I still... May the Lord watch over you.
Your father says you don't work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father's bought up all the copper to be had.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father? You're asking for it, boy.
Just be sure you know what you're letting yourself in for.
Was that a threat? Do you think I'm an idiot?
You don't get it, do you? I don't particularly want to fight with you. I don't have the time or the need to prove anything. So I'll just take my knife and stick it between your wrists. And then I'll keep twisting until you tell me the truth.
So show me what you're made of. Good luck to you.
Can I take a look in?
What's got into you, boy? The ground's... Good luck to you.
God be with you.
Good luck to you.
Huh?
God save you.
Do you work any... I'd want to commission...
Then you bet.
Aha.
Take care now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from the Monastery Craftsman's Yard has bought out all the copper.
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free. This is only a small town. There's Zach, who has a forge in the Craftsman's Yard and mostly works on the construction of the church. And then, apart from me, there's Master Armourer Otter of Rabstein.
Can you tell me something about Master Otter?
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet. Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zach must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
Tell me more about Zach.
Don't have much time for him myself. He knows his craft, no question. But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a master armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zach makes pride a sin. That's why he's at loggerheads with Master Otter.
What are Zach and Master Otter arguing about?
Zach had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zach mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots, and that his son will see him off.
That will be all.
Take care now.
A joy to taste.
I'm at your service.
Do you make anything out of copper, Master?
I do a bit of Damascene decor sometimes. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for someone who could do me some copper sheets.
Well, that's pretty rough and ready work. I wouldn't waste my time with it. But go and ask Zach from the Craftsman's Yard by the monastery. He's brought up all...
What can you tell me about the blacksmiths here in Sasau?
Depends which ones you mean. In the town there's Mikesh. He's a decent man and an honest craftsman. And in the yard by the monastery there's Zach. but there's not many good words I can say about him.
Tell me something about Mikesh.
Like I said, he's an honest craftsman, which isn't something you can say about every blacksmith in town.
What about the monastery blacksmith, Zach?
Well, him and me don't exactly see eye to eye. He wanted to buy my business, but I turned him down. Ever since then, he hasn't had a good word to say about me.
That'll be all. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Let's talk about the... Satisfied?
You're a right pinch purse. Aye, that would do it.
Our Lord's tasty, good on bread and for frying. Come and get it, fine people, and pork crackling too, a joy to taste.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
It came from over here.
What's going on there?
Yeah.
I hope I can beat off someone.
My friend, you're a trader. Help me out here. I'm after some quicksilver.
Well, I've been there several times myself and come back empty-handed. They fobbed me off 3 times over.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he
Any
doesn't
chance
deal
of
in
a
such
bite to
trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
There. Satisfied?
Any chance of a bite to eat?
Here we are.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same kind goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
What do you need
One
quicksilver
beer.
for?
I don't. They do.
Coming.
To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Best of health. Pull me an air.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
Yeah.
How about a bit
Give
of
me
grub?
a minute.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
Why not? Show me what you have to offer.
May the Lord watch over you.
Here we are. Here.
Well,
I'll
Master
be right
Painter,
back with that.
are you still short of coin?
Yes, unfortunately. And my offer still stands. Don't you want to buy something? Or throw a few dice?
There's always time for some dice. Let's see what you can do.
May the Lord watch over you. Pull me an ale. We'll see whose side Lady Luck is on.
I'd like a beer.
Here. Got it for you right here. I'll be back in 2 shakes.
Ah, come on. It's time I had a throw.
I'll be right back with that.
If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the going's good.
My pleasure.
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything.
There. Satisfied?
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything. Ah, come on. It's time I had a throw. This'll be the one. That's all.
One beer.
Ale.
Pour me one.
One beer. Ale as usual. That's it.
Give me a minute.
Oh, no.
Here. Enjoy it. Here we are.
Bottoms up.
There. Satisfied?
What are they thinking of? I'm painting the church in Uja.
Certainly.
Jesus.
I'll
Well,
fetch it right away. My pleasure.
A tankard here.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have?
I consulted him, and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins, and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about.
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits.
Well, that's something to follow up as well.
I am honored that
I'm looking for some quicksilver. Would you have any on hand?
Talk to my assistant. He deals with such...
Fine, thank you.
It was young Zmon. What? Zmona's the one responsible for all the thefts and death. He tried to...
Sweet.
Dead.
So is that the end of it?
It looks that way. Leszek was helping him, but he's dead. So things should...
God bless. May the Lord watch over you.
Good day to you.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to say.
It's not that I don't want to.
Can't you? In the Sasau monastery? That seems unlikely. It looks more like you're lining your own pockets to me. I wonder what people would have to say about that.
It's not. I'm not. Oh, shit.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my...
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my...
Very well.
May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah.
Good day to you.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What?
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmith's copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again. Anything else?
What can you tell?
Well, there's Mikesh. And then there's...
Farewell.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
Your father says...
We don't.
I've heard differently.
Are you calling me a liar?
You're right.
Right. So...
I mean, beside the fact I'm here on behalf of the Royal Burgrave Saradze Kobala, investigate...
What?
What? I'd let you read my Bill of Authority, but I doubt you're educated and...
I'm so sorry. I didn't realise.
Stop prattling, for God's sake, and start telling me the truth.
You're right. We do make...
So why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it.
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set up...
Your father had...
I'm so sorry.
Never mind.
Thank you. God be with you.
So back to that cop.
What?
Your son put it quite differently.
What's that? What do you...
Don't be angry with him.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do...
Why?
Pays me good money. And the people I do it for. I wouldn't...
Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. But show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house.
If you don't cooperate, you'll be getting a lot worse than that from me.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter.
So what are we talking about?
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto, but that old fool wouldn't listen to...
And what is it you need from...
I thought I'd show Otto that...
No.
I see.
Do you know what the penalty is for counterfeiting?
I never give it much...
Evidently, because the penalty for counterfeiting is burning at the stake. And I can personally guarantee that when you're standing on that pyre...
No, of course you're right. I shouldn't have. I'm...
So, out with it.
One evening I got a visit from this scruffy beggar calling himself Rapota. There was a knight with him too, but he didn't give his name. They told me what I had to do, how much I...
And where can I...
I don't know exactly. But I've always left the wagon with the goods behind the monastery, on the hill there.
Anything else?
No.
Well, that'll do me for now.
Young man, about that matter I need...
I'm not interested.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.